Greetings everyone, and Grade here, another Age of Powers 4 replay. Spawn top left side as the blue French, we have Liquid DeMu. Spawn on the bottom right side as the red English, we have 3D exclamation point cat. Of course, gold being claimed on up, he's going straight for the mill as well, trying to claim those deer. I also got some villagers onto that gold as well. This is English, so he could perhaps go for a Vanguard Man-at-Arms rush, but looks like he's not going for it. School of Cavalry now being deployed on the field, which is pretty standard. And looks like the English will be going for the Council Hall. Looks like red is also eyeing for wheelbarrow nice and early. He will need to pull out quick on early barracks in order to help deal with these knights. Both players now aged on up. We do of course have the council hall, but it's not going to be all that useful versus these royal knights. Not many things are useful versus royal knights. We do now have this barracks here going for some spearmen. It does not get the charge off there. Spearman trying to camp, trying to stop this royal knight from charging forward. Red Scouts in the region is able to spot this stuff. Does get a stab there. Does get an alpha strike there on charge strike there onto the spearman there, and the villagers did take time to fire off some arrows as well. The villagers do have a 5 damage arrow, which means it does do 2 damage per arrow against a royal knight. Looks like we do have second royal knight deployed out right there, being bitten by a wolf. Red Scout does spot this, does receive a good hit there. Do got a good number of defensive spearmen here. Knights are trying to push on forward, but they are trying to find some sort of angle against these villagers. There's currently what? There's 5 villagers right there. Got a good number of defensive spearmen. In the mix of everything, do now have an archer here. The archer will get some good damage here. May need to deploy some longbow in return. You have now the royal knights trying to advance forward. They went wrong straight on the... Oh, they got some longbowmen now. They could deploy out some palings in order to help defend themselves against these royal knights. Longbowmen getting some good damage there. Spearman is receiving some hits as well. We now have a longbow campaign deployed on out over here. Royal knights are making their way forward. Right now, he's not going for any additional royal knights, he's going for more archers. Does find a good follow there on those archers. Spearman to push on forward. He could potentially pull out palings here. I'm pretty sure the palings, sometimes they stick around for a long time, so if he deploys out palings there, could give him some good defense with those villagers. Does get inside this keep there. He's going to try to torture it down now. And also going to charge on again, and does not respond in time. Not paying attention. Does lose 2 of those villagers. Gets some hits there on the scout. Will take out the scout, so now it'll be hard for blue to spot everything. So just do take time to repair up that outpost a little bit. Scout does see a couple good volleys there. Does stay alive, however. Longbowman could easily be picked off by these Royal Knights. You have to make sure to go forward with some Spearman protection. Finds a decent volley there onto those Royal Knights. Royal Knights have 3 pierce armor. The Longbowmen have 6 damage. Blue's now going for some additional pierce armor, which makes sense. That will reduce the damage output of those Longbowmen by 33%. Royal Knights now try pushing their way forward with the Scout. This Longbowman may get overwhelmed. Does find a good volley there with his archers. Red's ground forces now advancing forward, trying to engage these units. The villagers there are protected by the bush, by the tree line there, so it's unable to really fire arrows there unless he gets a spot around the side of the building. Does spot that single villager there. Does quickly pick that one out. Does get a good volley on that archer as well. You can let these buildings take a little bit of abuse there. They have plenty of health versus archer fire. Villager does go down right there. Some good damage there. Over here, we do now have these Royal Knights, and maybe I'm for a bit of a counterattack. He currently has 5 Royal Knights on the field, getting a 6th one out now. Okay, some arrows there on this archer range. These forces moving around, maybe trying to find the rear armor here. Not rear armor. Rear of those Longbowmen. Does kill off a wolf there. Royal Knights could try hitting the back of those forces. A significant force here. Does see some town center fire now. Does find some of these villagers as well. Taking out some of these villagers. Red is behind a villager count. He is not going off second town center. He may be eyeing for the Council of Kings. Villagers not being pursued by these forces. Does see a good volley there. And that scout will in fact go on down. It's a good volley there. These villagers are still being pursued. This got a couple of these villagers. They're currently running around. Up north, we do have this hardened spearman trying to get some torches on in. More of these villagers going down. The Royal Knights will have trouble engaging. Archers do get a good volley down the spearman. The more spearmen he takes out, the better his Royal Knights will do. Spearman now trying to ward away against those Royal Knights. Longbowman getting some great hits there onto those archers. Good setup up there, getting some good damage all across that front line. These forces trying to push way forward, trying to engage over here. It's a good volley there on those archers. The archers do inside the town center, so now the town center is now firing away. Doesn't have to worry about using his villagers for that either. Some of these villagers are starting to get hit on in. The spearmen are a little bit off the side, so the Royal Knights could have charged forward. Villagers may want to go back over here. Looks like he's going to pull out a lumber camp over there to avoid this army. His army could take time to start torching down some of these structures. Need some good damage there onto those villagers. They're going to be trying to run away now. Some of Blue's reinforcements or Red's reinforcements are being picked on off as well. It doesn't get any spear brace there, so those Royal Knights are able to get some good charge damage onto them. Hitting the reinforcements like this is actually very important. Looks like Blue's eyeing for more Royal Knights now. And finding these reinforcements, taking them out. Longbow in advance forward does find some volleys there. They've got his big force of spearmen. These villagers have late response there. Now that some of these forces could actually engage, the Royal Knights could engage and get some good work done. Wolf over here does fight some of these villagers. And Blue's force is advancing on forward. Right now, Blue does have a superior number of villagers, but Blue's lost quite a bit of them as well. The Red's now fully withdrawing, trying to deal with these Royal Knights. Some Vanguard men-at-arms are being pulled on out. They're quickly getting picked on off, however. Actually, that was his only one. That may have been misclicked to pull out that one. Now this force trying to defend against these Royal Knights. Now I do have the Chivalry upgrade, which will allow these Royal Knights to get some good health regen out of combat. Let's take out that longbowman there. Spearmen now trying to hit these Royal Knights, and the Royal Knights are going to be just backing off to home. Looks like it's not going to try to claim up these berries. Now I do have the King's House being put on the field. This will, of course, give him a second town center. He does need to... The second town center for producing villagers. His opponent has advantage, but only a small advantage thanks to the fact that he killed off a large number of villagers. The French player is still pretty far from aging up. He has not much food for the next age. Has plenty of gold for it. A decent force here. The military is 40 to 49. Both sides are sort of just dancing around for the time being. Both sides just eyeing eco up. Got now the next age complete. And we do have the boar now has been claimed by Blue. He does have perhaps a bit too many villagers here. You can only have 8 collecting at one point in time. Red's now advancing forward, trying to find some good damage over here. Royal Knight's still over here, not being super aggressive. Spearman could get over here, either to this side to help close the breach, or around the side to engage those Royal Knights and scare them away. Some of his Blue's villagers are starting going down now, and now we do have the Royal Institute being researched, trying to go for that Royal Bloodline research. Palisade wall does get set ablaze, and will be saved at the last moment. Spearman getting some good damage there onto those Royal Knights. We do now have the Veteran Spearman upgrade. Longbowman getting some good damage there, taking out some of these villagers. And now we do have these Spearmen getting some good damage there, taking out some of these lumber camps. Some of these villagers are being taken out. The villager count is 67 to 61, so it's very evened out. Sounds like some of these Spearmen will be overran by these Royal Knights. A lot of Red's force here is quite wounded. He does get a good kill there on that villager as well. More spearmen being pushed on forward. Do now have some early man-at-arms. He's now going for the man-at-arms. And we also got the veteran longbowman upgrade research. Royal Knights now trying to counterattack towards Red's base. The longbowman, with our vision, we can see he has to go over there. The spearman can advance over this sector here. Longbowman could get overran. Got some crossbowmen here for Red as well. Some of these spearmen are starting to go on down. Up here, we do have these spearmen advance on forward. And some of these villagers are starting to go on down. Blues right now just falling back. Got some man-at-arms in pursuit as well. Red's not going for some pierce armor upgrades. Red does get some spear braces there, but does get overwhelmed entirely. He does have a good force of longbowmen here, but they need to sort of sneak away. They cannot engage this force anymore without those spearmen that just got lost. Let's spot these villagers there. Could take out a couple of them. The villager count is very, very evened out. Red's not going to be back on off. He can perhaps take these man-at-arms and charge them forward to help hold the line. He needs more spearmen right now, not men-at-arms. The men-at-arms, of course, would be good versus those archers, but he doesn't have anything to really engage these Royal Knights. He has gotten a Royal Institute. He hasn't gone for his Royal Bloodlines just yet. Men-at-arms now engaging away. They will be outclassed by these Royal Knights. Got some spearmen here. He's trying to start a step away. Blue does have twice the number of military units as well. And he's actually low in food. Priest does go down now. Some of this infrastructure will be cleaned up. He actually did not claim all the deer over here, did he? There's even one loose one over here. Outpost not being deployed on out. And now we also got archer range as well. He may back off these villagers into the walls. Some of these walls are going down. Right now, Red does not have any stone right now, so he can't deploy out a keep. He does have, of course, stone inside of his section. There is a pretty sizable opening there. He can use palings to help close that gap there. Villagers now getting hit significantly. Does have a handful of spearmen and men-at-arms for the front line, but these Royal Knights will overwhelm him, no problem. And that's probably going to be game. Let's have a couple crossbow in this region. Trying to step away. Villagers are not being focused on just yet. Some of these archers in the back line will be hit by the various towns' center fire. Villagers now trying to run away from this region as well. Royal Knights are starting to be whittled down. You got now the villagers going for get inside any sort of garrison right now. They're going to be fighting as best they can. This veteran Royal Knight will eventually go down. There's still just not enough here, is there? Royal Knight's starting to get overwhelmed. Got the longbow engaged archers at close range. A lot of Red's villagers have gone down. He has 32 idle and 50 remaining. Blue only has 97 villagers, so He does have a superior number of villagers at the moment. Large number of these Royal Knights are severely wounded. And it looks like he's going back in off on the outside. The mill is down there, so we can't just claim it for food. Those deer. Longhorn slowly being cleaned on up. Blue now has 100 villagers versus opponent's just 40. And trying to get some of the stone as well. Red's now down to 38 villagers. It's not looking good. Oh, I hear some relics being claimed, and maybe Blue claiming those relics. These villagers trying to get some food over there. He doesn't even have a lot of these villagers remaining. With 6 Pierce Armor, that town center arrows will do 1 damage each. Red has basically nothing remaining. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. All he should just back out of the game at this point in time. The game's pretty much over. Do now have all sacred sites captured by Blue, which also gives some good gold income. And Red does back of the game now. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.